What's going on, my friends? Welcome to episode 20 of the Get Your Game On podcast, bringing you the hottest takes, latest stories, and spicy picks surrounding New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, national, and international sports. Hosted by yours truly, Grassani, joined as always by Michael Cunningham, Alex Reich, and David Heller, Chris Kern, and Marcellus Murdock. You can listen to the podcast right now on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. Also be sure to follow us on Twitter at GetYourGameOnP. And with all that said, it's time to get your game on.
Yo, yo, yo.
Oh, let's go.
What's up, Alex?
Yo-yo-yos. I made the yo-yo-yo. Alex Rich. Still my catchphrase.
Don't be disrespectful there, Michael.
No, don't be stealing my catchphrase, and I won't be.
You didn't invent the yo-yo-yo.
I invented it for this show, so kiss my grits.
You didn't invent it for the show, Michael. I have no idea where you got that from. All right.
No, let me not burn my room down.
All right. So, before you get to the show, Michael, you has a little story you wanted to share with us?
Yo, anybody that watched YouTube basketball, you ever heard of a guy named Devontae Friga? He was in my hometown yesterday. Yo, he had the whole park shut down. 500 people. Me and my friends, try to get him out there. He was doing a bad New York takeover. And I was like, because he's from Teaneck. He was born in Teaneck Hospital, Teaneck, New Jersey. So he wanted to come play ball. I was like, come to this park, here and there. 500 people showed up at Voti Park. And it's like 10 minutes, 15 minutes away from my house. So Devontae Friga, we salute you. Thanks for coming out. My boys gave him some buckets. Unfortunately, I was too tired to play. So I showed up, showed him love. Mm-hmm. Yo, so thank you for coming to Teaneck. And this is from Get Your Game On, Devontae Friga. I'm making you a challenge. Next year, 2022, I will want you to be on my podcast for Get Your Game On crew. If we're still doing this, we will want you to be on our show and talk about your basketball experience. I'm challenging you, and I'm also challenging you to a one-on-one, me versus you.
Ooh,
on the Friga, you come back to my hometown of Teaneck, New Jersey. We play one game, game to 12, 3 dribbles only. Your specialty. What do you say, Devontae Friga? I'm calling you out. And guys, until all the viewers show this to Devontae Friga, I want to play you. You're the best YouTuber in the game in basketball. I'm calling your ass out. Viewers, show him this clip. And I'm Michael Cunningham. Want you to play against him. Do you accept my challenge?
Whoa. Michael, I mean, it's great to hear about your experience meeting him and all. I'm not as familiar with him as you are, but I mean, I've heard of him, and that it's just awesome that you got to meet him there. And Devontae Friga, if you are listening, we'd love to have you on the podcast, and we'd love to have the podcast, and I'm sure Michael would love to play you one-on-one. So I mean, wow, to hear Michael actually challenge him one-on-one, that kind of went like, yo. Michael, this man here, Michael Cunningham, I've known him for a long time. This man does not back down from a challenge.
Yeah, damn right I don't, baby.
All right.
Let them know, Grassani. Let these cats know.
All right. Speaking of not backing down from a challenge, that is what I believe 20 total NBA teams will be doing. It's going to, as you all know, the regular season just wrapped up, and now we've got the play-in tournament. So I believe we have the the first 2 East games will be played tomorrow, I believe.
That is correct.
That's correct. So it'll be the Washington Wizards going on the road to face the Boston Celtics, and the Chicago Hornets will go on the road to face the Indiana Pacers. The winner will get the 7th seed and will face the Brooklyn Nets. The winner of the game between the Celtics and the Wizards will go on to face the Nets. the loser will go on to face the winner of the
Adam, there's two
Hornets.
games. There's 2 games, Adam. They got to play two twice.
The loser will face the winner of the Pacers and Hornets, and then the winner of that game will face the Sixers. Then we go to the West. The
Lakers versus the Warriors. That's a good matchup.
Oh my God, that is going to be an excellent matchup. The 7 seed Lakers versus the 8 seed Warriors. And then we have Chris's Memphis Grizzlies, the 9 seed, going up against the 10 seed San Antonio Spurs. The winner of that game will play the loser of the Lakers Warriors game, and the winner of the Lakers Warriors game will face Phoenix, the second seed, and the winner and the loser of that game will face the winner of Memphis and San Antonio, and the winner of that game will face Utah. So
hold up, Adam. Hold up, everybody knows on this podcast. My 2 favorite teams are the Knicks and Alex. You know this better than anybody. My dad had to call Alex out on one because he didn't believe me. What is my second favorite team, Alex?
The Lakers.
Everybody knows that. It doesn't take
so you know what, Michael? You have the floor here. How are you feeling going up in this matchup against the Warriors?
Yeah. I wanted this matchup for years. Lakers and Warriors. Since Kobe was there. It may be 10 years too late, but it's happening, baby. Yeah, this is 2 years to wait. You got Curry versus LeBron again. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had this playoff matchup in 2 years. So this is exciting, brother. Guys, I am so excited. You got 2 of the greatest players in the league today going in a playoff game. Hell, LeBron James, who is probably the greatest athlete of this generation in the last 2 decades since Kobe. He's been the best player since 2013. LeBron, he's not going to have – he made a vow since Kobe died that the Lakers are going to win championships. LeBron's going to win 3. And there's no way in hell LeBron's going to miss the playoffs 2 times with the Lakers. There's no way. Because you are the defending champions and you're not making the playoffs. That has never been done before. It only happened 1 time in NBA history, and it was the 97-98 Bulls, and they never made it to the playoffs in the 98-99 season. Only NBA team not to make it to the playoffs. That was
after Jordan retired, right?
I was after Jordan retired.
Okay.
That's cool.
I'm talking to prophet, talking to God, and I mean business to business, man. I mean, there's no way in hell, and I mean no way in hell that LeBron is not making it in playing games. He's not making it. He's making it to the Lakers won't lose. I'm telling you. You just induct Kobe Bryant into the Hall of Fame. The pressure's on. I'm just saying. I may call my picks at him. I'm saying Lakers and Grizzlies will be the 7 and 8 seed. I know Chris believes in his Grizzlies, but I believe they may get over the hump.
I would be shocked if the Lakers didn't at least make the playoffs. I wouldn't be.
If the Lakers don't make it to the playoffs, Lakers fans will riot.
Yeah,
I've been to a Laker riot, and they're crazy. And I'm saying on the Eastern side, LaMelo Ball, who's probably going to win Rookie of the Year. And he's been leading his team in points, assists, and steals for his team. And you have Gordon Hayward, who is the most underrated player in the league. He's an underrated player. He's a great player.
Gordon Hayward will not be playing in this playing tournament. I just want to put that out there for you.
He's not playing?
He most likely will not play based off what I've seen.
He may play.
As of recording, he's not playing in the first game tomorrow night, I believe.
He's not playing. Okay. So you have Terry Rozier, who's blossoming into a great player. You have LaMelo Ball, who's going to be an all-star for the next 4 years. And then not this year, but the next 3 years from now, he's going to be an all-star. So I'm saying, the Celtics, even though I hate this team with a passion, the Celtics, and who's the 10 seed? Who's the 10 seed out of the West, Adam, in the East?
The 10 seed
Hornets
in
the
10 seed in the East is the Charlotte Hornets.
What are the 3 or 4 teams on the East in the play-in tournament?
Yeah, the 9 seed is the Pacers, the 10 seed is the Hornets, and the 7 seed is Boston, and the 8 seed is the Wizards.
I honestly want to see Bradley Beal make to the playoffs again because it's been the Wizards. I want the Wizards, man. I'm putting my
I just want to tell you right now. Okay, so we're going to talk about the Nets here a little bit. They are the second seed. I just want to tell you right now, I do not want to play the Wizards. Nah. I want no part of the Wizards.
Yo,
you guys see those games? Man. Did you guys see those games earlier, like in the season with the Nets and the Wizards? For some reason, when the Wizards were like one of the worst teams in the league, even when they were playing like awful basketball, they just have the Nets number for some reason.
That would be something.
Yo, here's the thing, though.
Let me have the floor here, Michael. Michael, let me have the floor here for a second, all right?
You interrupted me, you asshole. Now I got the floor.
I'm a Nets fan. Let me have my team to talk about
here's
my
the thing,
team.
Though.
I let you have your chance to talk about your team, the Lakers. Let me talk about the Nets here for a bit, all right? I'll give you the floor.
Can I remove it as co-host?
You can try, but you'll fail.
Just like your hairline failed too. Oh,
I don't even have a hairline.
Oh, that's bad. Okay, go ahead, Adam.
All right. As a Nets fan, I want no part of playing the Wizards because they've just had a number. I believe the Nets are 1-2 against them, and even the game that they won, they won barely. And I remember that one game where they were leading by 5, then Joe Harris messed up the inbound, and it led to a Russell Westbrook game-winning 3, and then TLC and the Nets had a chance to win, but TLC blew the wide open layup, and the rest is history. They lost that game, but for some reason the Wizards just have our number, so I want no part of playing the Wizards in the first round. I think they would still win the series, but I just do not want that. I want no part of that matchup. So I'm rooting for the Celtics. I'm going to be rooting for the Celtics.
Now, I got to say something since I was really, really interrupted.
Go ahead, Michael.
Thank you. I'm saying the Wizards are the odds-on favorite to win the play-in tournament. They're the odds-on favorite. Because you have Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook is probably one of the best backcourts in the Eastern Conference, in my opinion. Name a better duo. You have the best scorer in the game today in Bradley Beal, who is unguardable. Bradley Beal is not a problem. Bradley Beal is.
I don't know about that.
Bradley Beal is a fucking problem.
The best.
He averaged 50 points back-to-back games.
I can't give him the best scorer in the league. I'm sorry. He didn't even win the scoring title.
With the way Steph Curry's playing, it's
no. Bradley Beal is a problem, and you got Russell Westbrook, who's averaging a triple-double every fucking game.
I'm not trying to disrespect Bradley Beal. I mean, he's one of the best. He's definitely one of the best scorers in the game.
He's one of the best shooting guards in the. He's probably the top shooting guards in the league.
Bradley Beal's also. You can't forget his hamstring is a major concern. Yeah. He was not good on Sunday. It was.
He is one. If he is healthy, he's one in the top.
He's not. I don't think he's not healthy right now, though.
Watch. Playoff time, you get that adrenaline rush, Chris. You know that better than anybody.
Dude, Sunday was Chris, tough. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm a little bit concerned.
Chris, it's playoffs, Chris. Me and you played this game. We played high school. I played college ball. Hell, I know when it's like that tournament, when that's that college playoff game, that NBA game, you got that adrenaline rush. It's that positivity. We are men. Once we get that adrenaline rush, it is over. Bradley Beal is a problem. I know. He is a fucking problem.
Okay, let me just say here.
Alex had a question.
Go ahead, Alex. Alex, David, you wanted to comment on this?
So, like, during this deep convo between Mike and Adam, I've been thinking about this. I can see Russell Westbrook with a game-winning 3 tomorrow night against the Celtics.
That's definitely a possibility.
Russell Westbrook, who is a problem. I'm pissed that he's not in the MVP conversation because he's averaging triple trouble, and he's part of the reason why the Wizards are in the play-in tournament right now.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook has been unbelievable. Everyone thought that after the Houston disaster that Russell Westbrook that is time as one of the better one of the best point guards in the league, was like coming everyone just wrote Russell Westbrook off, and he is like proving everyone wrong. He's still like one of the best. He's still at least one of the top 5 point guards in the game, at least.
Definitely.
Nah, I say if he's not in the top 5, he's right in the top 6 or 7. I can name the best point guard in the league.
Okay, but
when he's healthy, it's Curry.
All right, best point guards. Obviously Steph Curry's up there.
I agree.
Are we doing Curry or James Harden? Because
I don't count Harden
just one of them. Just one of them. And
I would not say
just
one. Yeah, just either Kyrie or Harden, like depending on.
Harden's not.
I want to say Kyrie's better than Russ, though.
I say.
I would say Kyrie over Russ.
Not a point guard. He's a 2 guard. He can play the 1, so he's a shooting guard.
We're not counting both of them though. We'll just say one.
Don't forget,
we'll say Kyrie. Let's see who else. Obviously, Damian Lillard. Obviously,
Dame time. You know the vibes.
He's trying to go down.
Chris Paul.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
I mean,
I would take Russ over Paul.
Hell no! Hold up, I'm a Russell Westbrook and I'm a Chris Paul fan. Chris Paul makes every team he goes to better. Yeah. He brought when the Suns had never made it to the playoffs in over 10 years since Grant Hill. He made them from a bottom league team to like the second best team in the West. Come on, Chris. I know that's a great point guard.
But they weren't just. It's not like they were straight trash last season.
The Suns were trash. They haven't made the playoffs in 10 years.
They were not. They went 8-0 in the bubble. People forget about that. They did not lose in the bubble.
That's the bubble. Anybody did well in the bubble. Rajon Rondo was scoring, was averaging was his 3-point percentage was 45% in the bubble.
The Suns would have been an easy playoff team even without Paul. They were.
But it is what it is. The bubble really didn't count.
And I love Paul.
That was just like.
I think it's close between the two, but I would take West slightly. But I still think they're both in top 5.
All right, to round off my point guard list, I'll say the top 5. If he can stay healthy, I'll say John Wall. People be sleeping on John Wall. If he's healthy.
Stop.
John Wall?
He's not top 5. John Wall's not top 5.
He's not top.
He's the most athletic point guard in the league. Besides
3 or 4 years ago.
He's athletic.
It's been too long.
It's been too long. Well, I'm sorry.
You gotta put him. All right.
Not right now. I mean, John Wall. Yeah, he's athletic. Cool. He's not better than Steph Curry. He's not better than Kyrie Irving. He's not better than Damian Lillard.
Did I say
he's not better than Chris Paul, and he's not better than Russell Westbrook. There, I just named 5 off the top of my head that are better.
Not above that.
First of all, honestly, Curry's probably the best shooting point guard in the league. But the best defensive player in the league, we can all agree, is Patrick Beverley. Go ahead. Name one better defensive player than Patrick Beverley.
Defensive player or defensive point guard?
Defensive point guard. It's Patrick Beverley.
I could give you that.
Name one. I dare ya. Name one. I rest my case. Okay. Next topic, Adam.
all right. We'll just continue going through obviously the playoffs. We pretty much covered like the play-in tournament, pretty much, I would say. So we gotta talk. I gotta give Michael LaFleur to talk about his New York Knicks locking up the 4 seed, and they will be facing the Atlanta Hawks. And if honestly, if you're a Knicks fan, this is the matchup you want. I think if I was a Knicks fan, I wanted no part of like a team like
this is the
like the Miami Heat in the first round. I didn't want no part of obviously we didn't want any part of the big 3 of the Nets, the Bucks, or the Sixers. You want like a team like the Hawks. I think I'm gonna be honest. I think the Knicks are a favorite in this matchup. I think the Knicks can really win. I think it's a very winnable series for the Knicks.
Okay. Honestly, I've been waiting since 2013 for us to make the playoffs. Hell, this is too long. Adam, call me crazy. I think if the Knicks keep playing their best defense, the Knicks were better on defense, we may make to the Eastern Conference Finals, surprisingly.
Stop.
Call me crazy. Call me insane. I don't care.
Stop. They're not beating Philly.
We honestly, I say we can go to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'll say we could win the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm saying if they play how they play every team,
They can't. I don't see how they beat Philly more than a game, maybe two.
No.
Yeah, first of all, we could beat Philly, no problem.
No,
Julius Randle, who is playing his best basketball.
I will say I do think they beat the Hawks easy. I think
they'll beat the Hawks. I think they'll beat the Hawks, but I'm sorry, man.
The Knicks win one game on the road in the second round, we can win the series, hands down. You don't think that the Knicks will win one game on the road and win 2 games at home, and then because in this matchup is 2-2, 1-1-1.
The
so
Knicks
would
win
2 in a row.
The Knicks would be lucky to win 2 games in that series. They'd be lucky.
We could do anything is possible. You guys know. The 1 seed, it doesn't matter if you get the first seed. It's how you do in the fucking playoffs. And people don't realize that. Yeah,
all right. I'll tell you this right now. If the Knicks make it past the second round of the playoffs, I will make Julius Randle my profile picture for the rest of the playoffs on Twitter.
I'll make Julius Randle my profile picture for a year if they beat the Sixers. That's not happening.
Okay. Because this is what I'm saying. Let me ask you a little history question.
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead. Alex, David, you both are resident Sixers fans here. Please go on, Michael. Do you explain why Michael's take of the Knicks potentially being the Sixers is invalid? Go ahead.
I'll make a Jaden Rose statement. The Knicks will not pass any other team and get out the first round.
You are stupid. Hold up. Dumbass idea, press 1. Are you stupid? What basketball you been fucking watching? That is the dumbest No, I'm sorry. That
straight fact.
Alex,
straight fact.
Nick, Michael, I'm sorry. I think the Knicks will beat the Hawks, but if the Hawks pull off the upset, I wouldn't be shocked. I don't think it's crazy to say the Hawks will beat the Knicks. Who's
going to stop Julius Randle and quickly? Who's going to stop quickly? Quickly is a problem.
And who's going to stop you for the playoffs? I think they're going to lock up. I don't see how the Hawks. The Knicks defense is just insane.
Yeah,
the Hawks can't guard anybody.
The Knicks defense is a problem. The Knicks are great on defense.
So
perfect for
and we get Mitchell Robinson back.
I agree.
Our stopper.
So I got the Knicks over the Hawks,
and Tom Thibodeau, who is probably being in the conversation for Coach of the Year.
If Tom Thibodeau doesn't win the Coach of the Year, that would be insane.
Tom Thibodeau should be the Coach of the Year. If he's not the Coach of the Year, I'm gonna be very pissed off with the NBA. He made the Knicks from not being a playoff team.
Good coaches who deserve it.
Tom Thibodeau or Molly Williams should be Coach of the Year.
Tom Thibodeau was the Coach of the month this month.
He should be Coach of the Year. The Knicks been playing it back. We were not like the game. Sorry, Chris, to bring this up, buddy. The game that we beat the Grizzlies the first time, we were in 8th place. We were in 9th place.
Yeah, we were both. I think we were both in. We were both in that 8-9 range.
We were in the 8-9 seed. We won all those games to come to the 4th seed. Tom Thibodeau should be the Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year. I'm gonna say this on paper. If Derrick Rose does not win 6th Man of the Year, I'll be pissed off. Or Jordan Clarkson. Or Derrick Rose should be the 6th Man.
Neither of them. I don't.
Chris, who are you voting for?
Joe Ingles would get my vote. Jordan Clarkson shouldn't win it. He's not the 6th man on his team even.
Now he's averaging more than Joe Ingles. Honestly, bro,
he scores, but I would have Derrick Rose over Clarkson though.
I gotta give Derrick Rose. Every time Rose plays with Tom Thibodeau, his career gets better.
I love it.
And you got Todd Gibson on the Knicks. I wanted Jimmy Butler to come to the Knicks because he loves Tom Thibodeau. So, and I believe in the offseason, Jimmy Butler's contract expires. His contract is done. So I'm praying that we get Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, I'm going to say this
I believe that's not accurate.
Whose contract? Look up NBA All-Stars contracts.
There's not that many this offseason. It's 2022. That'll be the big one.
Yeah.
Because I know LeBron said it.
All right. David, do you have any thoughts on that? I wanted to give you the floor here. Obviously you heard what Mike had to say about the Knicks potentially being the Sixers. Alex, I think, thinks that the Knicks might not even get out of the first round. David, what do you think about this?
Well, I don't really see the difference between like how the Knicks would be the Sixers, but if the Knicks can, they can. But I do give them credit on coming to the playoffs. But I would say they'll probably beat the Hawks.
Thank you, David.
Sixers, dude, like I remember when we were like kids. I remember from 20 years since they won playoffs, but it's going to be a battle. Like it's gonna be a war on that court. They do that. It's always been like that every year. But who knows? Who knows? I'm just going to wait till I see it.
Yeah, definitely. Like I like the wait and see attitude you're taking there, David. I think this is gonna be a very interesting This is definitely gonna be a very interesting playoffs. Before we get to Mike's hot take, I want to take some time to talk about the Nets here. You already heard what I said. I do not want any part of playing the Wizards. But aside from that, if you're a Nets fan, it's all gonna be about how well KD, Kyrie, and James Harden can mesh, because we saw they didn't get that many regular season touch time together in the regular season, unfortunately, due to injury. So it's gonna be a test for them to play for them to play in the playoffs, like with high stakes, like with having such little time together. Now, in that time together, they played very well. I believe they only lost one game, and that was the game where Kevin Durant hardly played. So I definitely think if you're a Nets fan, it's really gonna be. I think if they can stay healthy and they mesh together, I think they're easily the favorites to win a title. I think. You guys agree, Chris?
Who?
I think if the Nets stay healthy and KD, Kyrie, and Harden all mesh, then I think they're easily the favorites to win a title.
Yeah, they definitely should be considered the favorites going into the playoffs, I think.
Honestly, I hate this play-in tournament. Can I say my opinion? I hate this play-in tournament. LeBron's right. Why have this play-in tournament?
I think it's pretty dumb too.
I think it's pretty stupid because all 16 teams that make it to the playoffs earned that right. Earned it. Mm-hmm. They earned that right to play in the playoffs. So how you gonna have? If you want to do that, then have 10 teams. Do it like baseball. Have 2 games have in it or 1 game out.
Michael, I completely agree.
Have 1 elimination, and then do it like that. And make it a wild card game like they do in baseball and football. If you're gonna do it that way,
this is what I would do. Here's what I would do. Here's how I would completely fix LeBron's here's how I completely fix the play-in tournament. You have the 1 seed, and then you have completely realigned divisions. Have 2 divisions in each conference. The winner of each of those divisions, they immediately get they immediately go to the playoffs. They immediately get to the first round. The winners of each division. Then you take the 2, the 3, and the 4 seeds from I believe the other divisions. Am I saying this correctly? Hold on. I'm sorry. The 2nd and the 3rd seeds from each division, and then have that be the play-in tournament. So that by the time you get to the second round, it's best of 8. I believe you have 8 teams remaining. I believe. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm saying this correctly, but for example, you have this. Let's just say, for example, you have the Sixers in one division and the Nets in the other. They have the 2. They immediately have buys for the first round playing tournament. Then you have the 3 seed Bucks, you have the 4 seed Knicks, you have the 5 seed Hawks, and you have the 6 seed Heat. They all play in the playing tournament. It would be the same from the West. I think that's how I would fix like the playoffs and the playing tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just personally think there should. I don't think. I agree with kind of what Mike said. I don't think there should be a playing tournament.
I agree.
But
I think we can all agree the playing
it's not
tournament is
going away.
stupid.
It's not going away. It's great for ratings and stuff. It's just that it's been
we're just have to get used to it, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean,
before we get to Mike's hot take, David, you had a point there? Go really quick.
Yeah, I have meaning to say something.
Go ahead.
Where you guys talk about how there's a playing tournament. Like, I agree. Like, there's no need to do a playing tournament because we had it like a year ago. Plus, we had the run from last year. We had a bubble. And also, I want to point out that I just think NBA is the worst league when it comes to like with the playing tournaments and how they handle and control, and people who run the league get overworked up over the whole virus and pandemic and stuff. But do other things. What NBA stands for. Do you guys know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what time it is, boys.
Definitely what you're saying.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely what you're saying, David. So it's time for obviously like one of the highlights of every single episode. I'm sure it's gonna be a very, very emotional one this time because Michael, I have a feeling I know we're gonna go with this. Mike's hot take. Michael Cunningham, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been thinking about it all week. We're going to talk about my hot take on the Hall of Fame. Crying, I've been happy because he's the reason why I fell in love with the game of basketball in the first place. You know what I mean?
And
4 players made me fall in love with the game: Michael Jordan, Marcus Camby, Allen Iverson, and this guy that I worship. I bought all of his sneakers growing up, or watched highlights on his tapes. Who I think should be the logo of the NBA. Not if not the best, but the greatest basketball player, the second greatest basketball player of all time, in my opinion. I don't care what anybody says. I supported him through all of his tribulations in his life. Honestly, in my opinion, he should have won more MVPs. I remember begging my mom and dad to let me watch the Lakers play when it was a school night, when the Lakers were playing on TNT for the doubleheader. I remember growing up watching the Lakers win the 3 back-to-back championships with Shaq and this guy. Honestly, I am so happy that my favorite all-time player is enshrined in the NBA Hall of Fame, Naismith Hall of Fame, where he deserved to be in. You know, and how Vanessa Bryant said he deserved to be in it. I cried. I lost it because I've been a Kobe fan all my life. The only numbers I wanted to wear was number 3, 23, 8, and 4. 8 and 24. He's the reason why generations played basketball for a reason. He's the real reason why cats wanted to be like him. He wanted to be like Jordan. I wanted to be Kobe. Anybody knows me, when I used to play 2K, I would love playing as Kobe in the Lakers. Shout out to Kobe Bryant. Man, I feel like I may start crying again, but this is why basketball, we love this game for a reason. Because kids in the backyard wanted to imitate their favorite player, wanted to be their favorite player, wanted to wear their jerseys. How this podcast that we started a couple months ago 6 loving sports fans had a dream, like to dedicate their favorite athletes, favorite sports teams, their favorite sports to watch, and we did it. For 20 years, Kobe Bryant played as the Lakers, and he realized my dream of doing what I love doing, playing sports. Like his motivation, his will, his grit made me fall in love with the game. And much as Marcus Camby, Allen Iverson, and Michael Jordan made me fall in love with the game, this guy made it more. There was a picture with me and Kobe Bryant when I was younger. It was like a fake picture, but it looked real. A lot of my friends thought it was like a real picture. They used to screw all my friends, and they thought it was real. So it's been an emotional week for all basketball fans. Starting to think how Kobe is not really here with us, but metaphorically, he's with us every single day of our life. And Kobe, I wish one day I could have met you, because I probably would be scared to death talking to you because you're my idol. I probably would piss my pants a little bit, but you, with a shadow of a doubt, you are Michael Jordan in my eyes. You are the greatest NBA player of all time. You made me fall in love with the game. I remember what famous person I admired, I picked you all the time. So Kobe Bean Bryant. And people don't know this. One of my dad's best friends from law school, named Robert Ruddick from Philadelphia, PA, who is my godfather, knows the Bryant family extremely well. He played basketball at Lower Merion High School, where Kobe Bryant's family is from, Lower Merion, PA, where he played with Joe, with his uncles. Tammy Bryant knows Tammy Bryant extremely well. So Kobe, thanks for everything you did for me. You brought a small shy kid from New Jersey to play basketball and dominate the game. So Kobe Bean Bryant, we salute you at Get Your Game On podcast. This is your Hall of Fame. And you see, you affected millions of generations of kids doing it. So we're going to honor your work, your legacy, by respecting the game, not cheating it. This is at the Get Your Game On podcast. As Michael Joseph Paul Cunningham, one of your biggest fans. Thank you, Kobe, for making me fall in love with the game. Thank you. And that is my hot take for today.
Amen. I don't know I have anything else to say other than amen. I mean, go ahead, David.
Mike, I absolutely agree with everything that you say. I feel the same way.
Thank you, guys.
I'm from Piperville, PA, but I remember growing up. I always remember back in 20 years and up. I will always watch NBA classics on YouTube.
We will. And I don't think we need a vote to see how my podcast, my hot take is, because we all know how the hot take was. It was from the heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, boy?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh,
we don't need to vote. We don't need to vote.
We already it's there proof.
Rick.
It's there proof. No need to vote.
We don't need to improve. We don't need no vote tonight, because that was from the heart.
Definitely.
I know we joke around in this podcast, boys, but this is a wake-up call. You could live today and you'll be gone tomorrow. And that's how Kobe Bryant lived. That's how we should all live. Live for the moment. That's what we do. I know viewers who are our viewers. I know me, myself, Adam, Chris, David, and Alex, and my cousin Marcellus, who's not here at the moment. We all may joke around, joke on each other, may piss each other off. But this is a serious podcast for today. So thank you for watching it. So we're not over yet, but we like to do a little jokey joke. Like to have fun, like to be stupid. But this is a serious podcast for today.
Yeah.
So next topic.
I don't have anything else to add to it, Michael. I mean, you completely summed up perfectly. I mean, it was obviously very emotional. Hall of Fame induction. We got to see a bunch, but obviously, Vanessa Bryant stole the show. I mean, if you haven't already, just go watch the clip. That's all I'm gonna say. Just go watch it. I can't really add any. I don't think there's any words I could say that could justify how emotional it was, and I think even if I could, Michael just summed it up perfectly. So I mean, David, really quick, then we gotta move on. Go ahead.
Actually, I just had a quick question. I'm just wondering if is it on YouTube the introduction of
It
Hall
should
of Fame?
be. It should be. Okay.
Yeah, I was expecting that.
Okay. So now we gotta move on to you know what time it is? Our 2021 National Basketball Association pick. So we're gonna pick every single series. You do not have to pick how long how many games you think each series will go, but you can if you wish. So we're gonna pick. So we're each just gonna reveal our brackets one by one. So I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna start off with the East playing tournaments, and this is tough for me. This Boston Celtics and the Wizards matchup. It's a tough one, but I'm gonna go with the Wizards. I think even though as a Nets fan, I'm not any part of the Wizards. I just think like the Wizards have just been playing so well right now, and obviously the Celtics are not 100%. They're not the Celtics they once were. I think the Wizards take care of the Celtics and will go on to face the Nets. Now in the other game, I have the Pacers over the Hornets. I'm just gonna say the Pacers and I'll say and then I have the Celtics being the Pacers. So the Celtics will be facing the 36ers. So now I'm gonna go to the West. The Memphis Grizzlies and the San Antonio Spurs. Chris, my friend, you may be disappointed to hear that I've got the Memphis Grizzlies advancing over the Spurs to play the winner of the Lakers Warriors game. And
you had him. Chris was scared shitless.
Okay. Then I've got the. It pains me to say this, I'm a huge Steph Curry fan, and I would love to see him get revenge for 2016 against LeBron, but I think the Lakers will beat the Warriors in that game, and they will go on the face of the Phoenix Suns. And we have the Warriors against the Grizzlies. I'm sorry, Chris, I gotta go with the Warriors here. I think Steph Curry is just playing too good of basketball. He's not gonna let that team.
I agree. I have seen it a lot.
All right. So I'll get to you, David, later. We'll get to your bracket later. So, all right. In the first round, this is gonna be fairly simple. Sixers over the Celtics. I got the Knicks over the Hawks. I've got the Bucks over the Heat, and I've got the Nets over the Wizards. I do think I think the Nets and Wizards series will go at least 5 games. I do not see the Nets, unfortunately, sweeping the Wizards because the Wizards have just gave the Nets such a hard time. But I do think the Nets will find a way to beat the Wizards in advance. Now to look at the East. The West. What am I saying here? I've got the Utah Jazz over the Warriors. I've got the Clippers over the Maverick. Now I have ups here. I've got the Portland Trailblazers beating the Denver Nuggets. That's gonna be my upset pick. I think the Trailblazers just match up well with the Nuggets. Obviously, Jokic is playing at an unbelievable level. They also have I just don't see any way the Nuggets are gonna be able to handle the Portland's backcourt. I think Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum are gonna have monster series. I think that will ultimately lead them to beating the Nuggets in probably about 7 games. Yeah, I would say.
With Jamal Murray out, that definitely
I almost forgot Jamal Murray's out. Thanks for reminding me there, Chris. And Suns against the Lakers. That's gonna be a very interesting series, but I'm tempted to pick Phoenix here, but I just can't bet against LeBron. I gotta go with the Lakers. I just can't bet against LeBron. So Now we have the Bucks and the Nets. And I gotta go Nets here. I'm maybe a little bit biased, but
Yeah,
I think assuming KD and Kyrie are healthy, I just think they are overall a better team than the Bucks. Because we saw the Nets beat the Bucks once before, and that was without Kyrie. There was just KD and Harden. So I definitely think the Nets will find a way to beat the Bucks. And sorry, Michael, I got the 76ers beating the Knicks fairly easily to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. And
okay, well, how many games?
I'll say 5 games. I'll give you guys one win.
Go fuck yourself.
All right. So next up, I have I believe the Jazz against the Clippers. I'm gonna go with the Jazz. I think the Jazz advance to the finals. And
over the Clippers?
Yeah, I got the Jazz over the Clippers.
If Kawhi is on a mission, good luck.
I don't know. I'm just after last year, I'm scared to pick the Clippers, man. After last year, I'm kind of scared to pick the Clippers.
You can't trust the Clippers.
You
the only thing that worries me about the
trust
Jazz
them, man.
is neutral cells, but you can't trust
I got this should be no surprise. I got the Lakers over the Trailblazers, and Eastern Conference Finals. I got the Nets over the Sixers in about, I would say, 6 games. And I think that series goes, and I got the Lakers over the Jazz in, I don't know, 6-7 games. And no surprise here. I'm gonna show my bias in full colors. I got the Nets winning the NBA Finals. Nets over Lakers, and I'll say 6 games. 6 games, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Who wants to go next? Alex, go ahead.
I'll go last because I bring the heat. This is our best of the week or the best of the year.
We're just we're predicting of the NBA playoffs.
All right. We shouldn't do this last, and then do the best of the week, and then do this.
Oh, Adam.
We always do our bets of the episode last. We always do the bets of the episode last. So.
All right, I'll go last on this one too.
All right. Just so you guys know, I have David. You want to pass?
Yeah.
You don't have to do it if you don't want to, David.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, go ahead, Alex.
Okay, so starting in the East, I'm going to go with Indiana over Charlotte. Wizards over the Celtics. And so Sixers against the Wizards. Sixers against the Celtics. And Pacers against the
Pacers against the Wizards. We have the Wizards beating the Celtics, right?
Yeah.
So you have the Wizards against the Nets, and you have the Celtics and the Pacers playing the final play-in tournament. And who do you have winning that?
Pacers.
Oh, I like it.
Oh,
I like it. So Pacers against the Sixers.
I can never pick Boston. That's my number one rule. I can never pick Jason Tatum.
I thought it was New York, you jackass.
Them in Boston.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard you say, but okay. But you'll pick Brooklyn. Okay, you stupid fool. Okay. All right, keep going.
So for the West, I'm going to go with Memphis. And I'm going to go with Golden State.
All right, so you have Golden State beating the Lakers.
Yep.
You stupid idiot, but okay. That's the dumbest thing.
I like it there, Alex. I like it. So yeah,
David,
the Lakers and the Grizzlies and the play and the final play-in.
To all of our viewers on the show, I think Alex has completely lost his mind because he's been drinking before the episode.
I'm going to come to Alex's defense after some of Mike's takes. This doesn't deserve slander. It would not shock me if the Warriors won this game.
Yo, Chris.
Continue, Alex. Sorry.
Oh, Chris is like that, Chris. Chris, Chris is just bad-blooded because my team beat his team twice.
You picked the Knicks over Philly. This is way more realistic.
Okay. Sorry, Alex.
so-
Go ahead. Who do you have being the Lakers and the Grizzlies? For Christmas Saturday, I hope you pick the Grizzlies.
So, depending on if LeBron and AD play,
Are you kidding me? They're going to play. That's like the dumbest thing you said, kid.
They're definitely gonna play. I mean,
Alex, that's like saying, "Oh, we have the first seed and Embiid's not playing in the playoffs." Come on, Alex, think.
AD had been injured before.
just for that, I'm gonna go with Ja Morant.
oh!
I love
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay.
Smart
You
man.
want to be an asshole?
Alex, my
Smart
man, has
man.
the
Let's
Lakers not
go.
even making it out of the play-in. Oh,
Yo, I got one thing before I continue. It is time for a change because this year was a change. It's a change in NBA.
Yo, please let me punch him in the face. How you are a dumb.
Everyone's entitled to their
That's-
own opinion.
Let's go Grizzlies.
Let's go.
I need a drink. I may need a drink.
You need one.
Alex, you're making everyone on this podcast have a stroke.
God.
Especially Mike.
To our reviewers, I'm sorry. Somebody give Alex some shitty weed, so he's smoking. He had a little bit of weed in him, so the drugs made him fucked up his brain a little bit. So this is a drug-free podcast. So to our reviewers, I'm sorry that Alex was doing some shrooms, some cocaine, and some meth to make him fuck up his brain a little bit. But to our
Hey,
reviewers,
let me continue. Let me continue.
All right. Get to the rest of your pick. All right.
Okay, so Jazz and Grizzlies. I got Utah.
Okay.
and how many games, numbnuts?
You don't have to. You don't have to. He doesn't have to say how many games. He doesn't
Okay.
have to. Clippers and Mavericks.
I'll go with Clippers.
Okay.
Alex, you gotta think,
And-
brother.
I'll go with Denver.
Well, that's a bad pick, brother. Okay.
All
That
right.
pick. What are you talking about?
Yo, how they gonna be without Jamal Murray? That's the only thing I'm worried about.
They've been dominating without him.
They still need him, but the playoffs are a different type of basketball. Okay, Alex, keep going.
Okay, so
Then you have Phoenix and the Warriors.
Suns. I got, and I think Milwaukee, Miami. I got Milwaukee. And for Knicks, Hawks, I got Atlanta.
You
All
just
right.
stop. Just stop talking. You are sounding stupid. Stop with these.
So
with these-
hold on. You got Philly over. So you got Philly over over the Pacers. You got the Atlanta over the Knicks. Who do you have in Bucks over Heat? Who do you have Bucks Heat?
I said Bucks.
Right, and then that's over the Wizards.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, so Alex is picking both Michael's favorite teams to not even
He's only
make
doing
to
it
the
because he
second
sounds like a
round.
dickhead. He's being a dick on purpose.
It's called. Okay, this is called the Rich, the Goat, Unique Pick'em.
This is called Alex is being retarded as hell.
All right.
That's me.
All right, go ahead. Finish up the rest of your picks. So I'll just read them out loud right now. So Philly, Brooklyn. Who you got in that one? I'm sorry, Milwaukee, Brooklyn. I'm sorry, Milwaukee, Brooklyn.
I would have to go with Brooklyn.
Smart man. And Philly Hawks.
Philly.
Okay, smart man. Then you have I believe Utah and the Clippers.
I think Clippers.
Okay. Ooh, so he has Clippers making the Eastern Conference Finals. Interesting. I can't blame you there. And Phoenix, Denver.
Phoenix.
Ooh, so he's got the Phoenix and Suns and the Clippers in the Eastern Conference Finals. So, all right. So Western Conference Finals. I'm sorry. Philly, Brooklyn in the Eastern Conference Finals. Who you got?
I got Philly upsetting Brooklyn.
You know what, Alex? I can't blame you on that one. I can't blame you. I said you guys know how much I've said on this. Philly is the one team that scares me as a Nets fan. Like, at least in the East, Philly's the one team that I could see like pulling off the upset against Brooklyn with how well the Nets how Philly can exploit Nets even though the Nets have added some front court depth with Nicholas Claus and DeAndre Jordan, I could see like Joel Embiid just going on such a tear in that series that he also propels his team to ups over the Nets. So I can't blame you on that one, Alex. So so who do you have in Clippers against Phoenix? Who do you have winning that series?
Phoenix.
All right, so 76ers and the Suns in the NBA Finals. Who you got?
I got my hometown 76ers.
Alex, I do not blame you for that one bit.
I'm going to go because Alex pissed me off. I'm going next because Alex pissed me the fuck off.
No, let Chris go.
No, Alex pissed me the fuck off.
You said you were going to go last, all right?
But...
You said you were going to go last. You made your bed at like a lion now, all right?
No, because Alex went from insane to stupid insane. So I just
no. I think we need Chris to calm over down.
Yeah,
Okay,
a little break in between.
Wait. Before Chris, let me say this. My picks compared to your hot takes lately, hell no.
Oh, okay, but let's see. Last time, let me ask you a question. The Sixers that had a better record to the Raptors. What happened in the last 2 years in the playoffs? What happened in the playoffs? Until they do something in the playoffs, then you can talk. But you can't do shit.
Let me put a stamp on it right now. This is our year. Philadelphia, this is our year.
You've been saying that. Let's see what you can do. There's one thing to talk about. It's nothing to back it up. You guys haven't done shit recently. Last time y'all made it to the conference finals, you weren't even allowed to even watch basketball, for Christ's sakes.
We have stamped it because we are in the fucking playoffs.
Let's see that don't mean shit. You can win the playoffs. You can make it or break it. That's what every NBA fan must know. You know this, Alex. It's one thing to get the first seed. It's another thing to make it to the finals.
Let me tell you one more thing.
Very quick, Alex. Very quick.
The Los Angeles Lakers will not win the whole thing this year.
Okay.
Who's gonna stop LeBron? LeBron's like a fucking man on a mission. No fucking way.
Chris, go, please. Chris, go.
Yeah,
go.
So, they had to go to Philly and kill
both Michael. Before the M and the A completely completely drain our time away, and then
I'll start with the East
just
playing. I got the Wizards over the Celtics and Charlotte over Indiana.
Okay,
and then I'm gonna go with the Celtics. A big part of me think they could lose 2 games.
I got one thing. Hold up, Chris. I got something to say about Alex. At least I'm not shitty when it comes to my bets. Then we could talk how your bets are. Because you've been really shitty with your bets. What you on this 8-game losing streak when it comes to your bets?
It's an unnecessary shot. We've moved
Chris,
on, Mike.
Chris, go.
I had to. He took care of my hot
the
take.
Celtics there, and then the West playing. I have the Lakers over the Warriors and the Grizzlies over the Spurs.
Chris, that's biased because you're a Grizzlies fan.
Everyone's picking the Grizzlies a little bit because I think people count out the Spurs a little bit too much, but I just think the Grizzlies star players are they'll step up big, and they just have more depth too. So I think that'll be big. But I don't like how people count out the Spurs. But yeah, and then the Grizzlies Warriors. It pains me to do this, but I gotta pick the Warriors. The way Steph's playing is it's tough. I'm just not super confident, especially after how the last game went. I mean, there was a lot of good things on Sunday, but it just seemed like they just had a little bit more than us because we went on that run to start the fourth quarter, tied the game, but then Dylan Brooks fouled out, and there was no hope. So yeah, so
No hope with your Grizzlies. No hope and dope.
Thanks for interrupting me, but I'll continue. Then in the East, I have Philly over the Celtics. I got the Knicks over the Hawks. I have the Bucks over the Heat. I think a lot of people are going to end up picking the Heat over the Bucks. And kind of a trendy upset there, but I just think I don't see the Heat doing anything kind of like they did last year in the playoffs. So I think the Bucks win that series. And then I got Brooklyn over Washington. And then in the West, I got the Jazz over the Warriors. But I do want to say, I think this series is going to be really interesting. If Donovan Mitchell has to miss the first game or two in the playoffs, I think it's going to be a problem for the Jazz. I don't know how that's looking for him. It could depend on when they play, but if he misses the first two games, just hypothetically, I don't think they would win both, and I think they'd lose home court advantage, which would be something to watch. But I think the Jazz win in 6 or 7 still, but I definitely think that's going to be a very, very exciting series. And then I got the Clippers over the Mavericks pretty easily, and then I'm going to go with the Nuggets over the Blazers as well. I have Alex picked. You slandered him a little bit, Mike, but I think Jokic is going to go crazy, and I think he's going to carry them through that series. And then I got the Lakers over the Suns. This was my preseason Western Conference Final prediction, and in a weird way, it's a first round matchup, which not surprising at all the way preseason, but it's the Lakers who are the lowest seed, assuming they beat the Warriors in that 2-7, which is preseason. No one would have thought that, but I got the Lakers beating the Suns. And then the East semis, I got Philly over the Knicks pretty easily, despite what someone on this podcast may feel. And then I got I got the Nets over the Bucks. I probably in 6 there. I think the Bucks can really push them. It wouldn't completely shock me if the Bucks beat the Nets, but I just don't see it happening. Giannis would have to go crazy. I do feel like the Bucks are being slept on a little bit too much, but I just don't see them having enough to pull that series off. And then the West, I have the Jazz over the Clippers. I'm probably too confident in that, but I just don't. I'll never trust the Clippers, so I'm going with the Jazz there. And then I got the Lakers over the Nuggets. And then the Eastern Conference Finals. Honestly, I have no clue who to pick here. I'll go with the Nets. Nets in 6 or 7. I think it could go either way, and yeah, I'll go with the Nets. It's a tough one to pick because a lot can change between now and when that series will happen. We'll just see how these teams are playing in the playoffs next few weeks, because that series is over a month away from happening. So a lot will change by then on how we view these teams. But I got the Nets winning that one. And then in the Western Conference Finals, I got the Lakers over the Jazz. LeBron and AD are different. Assuming they're healthy, which is going to be a big if when we talk about the Lakers in the playoffs, because they're getting healthy now and they're playing, they're back. But the way especially Davis, I'm not super worried about LeBron staying healthy unless it's something like fluke. But Davis's ankle, it's hard for me to see him not missing any time in the playoffs, honestly. That's something I'm worried about. But when making these predictions, that's not something I'm going to take into account too much. I'm just going to go with the current health and hope he stays relatively healthy. So I'll say that. And then I got Lakers over the Nets to win the title.
Okay, Chris, I see how it is. I'm just kidding. but great bracket there. I mean, I definitely respect all your picks. Definitely a lot less controversial than Mr. Alex's bracket over here. But I appreciate more comments accomplished now. All right, Michael, you're last up.
Yo, even though me and my best friend Alex are at war, it's all love in the podcast. Ain't that right, brother?
Yeah.
Am I right, Alex?
Yep, definitely.
Here's the thing. For the play-in tournament, I've been thinking about it all day. I, in my biased opinion, we should not be doing this tournament, but Adam Silver agreed to it. So Adam Silver, fuck you. Okay, I'm gonna start with I'm gonna change up the game because I am a controversial motherfucker and everybody knows that. Okay, boys. I don't think for me, Adam, I think the Celtics don't have a chance to beat the Wizards. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Because you have to deal with Bradley Beal, who is going to play hurt, but still going to average 30 a game.
Right.
And then you got Russell Westbrook that's giving you a triple-double in the last game. You ain't stopping that. So that's an easy dub for and then for the Charlotte Hornets, I would say this. If LaMelo Ball could play his heart out and they get another person to step up, that they will beat the Pacers. Because Sabonis, people don't know Arjunas Sabonis was his son is in the NBA. That's the Sabonis kid. People don't usually know. Okay, so and I say Philly beats. Even though I'm biased as hell, I say Philly beats Washington in a 7-game series. Goes to 7 games.
Wait, hold on. You have Wizards over the Celtics, so then the Wizards would go on to face the Nets. Then you would have Charlotte and Boston in the final playing game.
And I have Charlotte beating Indiana.
Okay. Yeah, Charlotte beating Indiana. Who do you have it between Charlotte and Boston?
Charlotte and Boston?
Yeah.
I didn't say Boston.
You said Boston losing to the Wizards, which would set up a matchup between the Hornets and the Celtics in the final playing game.
Hornets versus Celtics?
Yeah.
I gotta go with the even though I hate it's just strictly business. I gotta go with the Celtics because Jason Tatum is like a monster, and there's no way he's not gonna be in the playoffs. Studs ain't gonna be in the playoffs.
Yeah,
it kills me.
All right. Go on to the West now. The West playing.
Okay, I love Curry, but LeBron has that mission of 2015, 17, and 18 in his head. So. And Bron's got Curry's picture in his house somewhere with darts on it. So I'm saying LeBron is going the Lakers. Everybody's back. They're playing good together. And here's the thing: LeBron doesn't take the regular season seriously. He doesn't. Everybody knows that. He only plays a few good games. He takes some games seriously, and then the rest he doesn't. So I'm saying the Lakers are going to beat the Warriors. No brainer. And sorry, Chris. You can't, honestly, Greg Popovich was probably one of the greatest coaches ever in basketball history. I don't think the Grizzlies are a great team, but they're too young and inexperienced yet. I don't think they're going to get past the Spurs. The Spurs have the experience on their side. Sorry, buddy.
Popovich has the experience, and you got DeRozan, but no one else does. Is the thing.
No, but you got Greg Popovich, who's been in the playoffs before. I don't think the Grizzlies. It's going to be a close game, but I don't think the Grizzlies are ready yet. I told you this before, Chris.
That hurts.
I don't think they're ready yet. Next 2 years, John Moran, who is a stud. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the East. For the 8th seed, I believe. What did I say? For the 8th seed in the East,
yeah, I believe you have Philly Celtics, and Nets Wizards.
All right, for the Sixers Celtics, I gotta say the Sixers when it kills me. I may need to take a bath at this because I feel so dirty. I say Philly wins, Brooklyn, and Wizards. I'm going to say Brooklyn wins in 7 games, Adam.
Brooklyn is 7 over the Wizards? You have the Wizards taking them 7 games?
Honestly, because Russell Westbrook's on a tear right now. And he's hot. I'm saying in the 7th game, the Nets are going to blow him out. But Russell Westbrook's on a fucking tear. Call me crazy. It's a tear. And my Knicks against the. I gotta say, I'm gonna pick an upset. Miami over Milwaukee, cause Jimmy Butler.
Whoa!
I'm picking an upset. Miami over Milwaukee.
Don't hate it. I
don't hate it either.
But the Knicks in Atlanta, how Julius Randle, who's like a fucking stud, who's the most improved player in the league, Emmanuel Quickly, and you got Tom Thibodeau, who's the best defensive coach in the league today. The Knicks are going to the second round. I'm going with a sweep against the Hawks. It's going to be a sweep. Call me crazy. It's going to be a sweep. Okay. And the Western Conference, I say the Lakers are going to be the 7th seed. And Utah is going to easily sweep the Spurs in 4 games. Everyone knows I like Luka, but I think Luka could beat the Clippers. I think Dallas are going to win against the Clippers in 6 games, because it's hard to play with the Clippers because the Clippers are shaky. They're kind of shaky on and off. Even though they got one of the greatest playoff performers right now in Kawhi Leonard, who had the craziest best jump shot to win the game in Game 7 against who in 2019? Who? Sorry, my man. Yeah, she remind my brain. Kawhi Leonard at the buzzer. Who did he beat, boys? Who did he beat? Oh, the Sixers. Oh, I had to throw it out there. And then I say the Lakers beat the Suns in 5. It's gonna be my favorite series to watch. It's Portland versus Denver. Because I remember 2 years ago, I think it was 2019, they had the greatest playoff series of all time. Didn't they, Chris? They went in 2 overtime.
Let me double check the year, but
I think it was 2019. Because me and Alex were watching
about that.
It was like
that one game was insane.
It went in triple overtime, right?
At least, didn't it? It was 3 or 4.
It went into 4 overtimes. I remember me and Alex were watching that game at Alex's house. You remember that, buddy?
Let me check.
Yep.
I think it was triple overtime. The game went into quadruple overtime.
It was 4 overtimes.
4 overtimes. So that's gonna be my favorite series. If they can do what they did in 2019, I gotta go with. You know what time it is, boys. You know who I'm going with. You know what time it is. What time is it?
Jokic time?
No. Dame time, baby. You can't bet against Dame time. Yeah, Dame's going to do the shot like he did to Paul George, and it's going to be on Jokic's head. Who, in my opinion, Jokic will win.
He's taking a shot on Jokic. That's not good.
Damian Lillard is an animal. He did it on George. He's going to do it on somebody again. Okay, I did everybody in the West. I'm going to do the East. Here's the thing about the first seed. I say, I'm just saying.
All right, so I believe this would be now I'm confused.
Philly versus Knicks.
It would be Philly, Knicks, and Nets versus Miami, right? I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, here's the thing: you can beat a number 1 seed in the playoffs, but how you respond.
Don't do it, Michael. Don't do it.
I'm gonna be real. You could have the best season, but you can get injured in the playoffs. So like if Embiid gets injured in the playoffs, Ben Simmons can't lead the team. He's a great defender, 2-way player, but how can he lead it? Honestly, I'm saying if the Knicks play great and they're on both sides of the ball, the Knicks will win the series in 7. But if the Sixers dominate, I would say Philly wins in 5. So it'll be a good series. I'm saying it'll be a good series. So to answer your question, I don't know. Because you gotta
make a pick there, Michael. You can't just say I don't know.
Pick.
You guys are biased. I'm gonna be biased with my Knicks. I'm gonna be biased. Call me
Fine,
stupid.
just pick the Knicks already. Just go ahead. Just pick the Knicks.
I did.
I don't even care anymore.
And I'm gonna say Nets over Miami in the sweep.
Okay.
I don't think the Knicks are ready yet, but I'm gonna say in the Western Conference, I say the Lakers are over Denver.
Okay. Lakers over Denver. Okay.
And let's say I picked Luka over the Jazz. So Luka, it'll be the Jazz over Dallas.
All right.
So I'm gonna say Nets versus Lakers in the playoffs.
So wait, yeah. So for the Eastern Conference Finals, you have the Nets and the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, Nets and Knicks. And I have the Nets beating my Knicks in a 4-game series.
Good.
And let's quit. See, I'm nice.
Okay, so you're not completely biased there, Michael. Okay, who you have coming out of the West? I believe
I
it
have the
was
Lakers. I have the Lakers winning against the Nets, and if LeBron and AD don't get hurt in the playoffs, I'm sorry, Adam. There's no way LeBron is not going to have it, because this is personal. This is Kobe's Hall of Fame, mommy. This is Kobe. They made a Hall of Fame for Kobe, a whole different wing for Kobe. And LeBron's on a fucking mission. Am I right, boys? Is LeBron on a mission?
He better be on a mission. He better be.
Yes.
Here's the thing.
I think Kevin Durant's gonna be on a mission. I think James Harden's gonna be on a mission.
I don't think. Let's see. You have big
Kyrie's
three
gonna
players.
be on a mission.
Here, you know what I realized about Kevin Durant? Every year LeBron wins the championship, Kevin Durant has to form a big three. It's not time. Am I right or wrong, Adam? Kevin Durant always has to form a big three. When the Cavaliers won the championship in 2016, what did Kevin Durant do? Did the most terrible basketball thing you could do. You go to the team that beat you in the Western Conference Finals.
All right. We're not gonna have this conversation. So that's all for that's all for our season NBA playoff bets. So now we got very quickly our bets of the episode. All right. So just really quick here. I took an L last week. Alex took a W. He had the Yankees over the Orioles. I had the Cardinals over the Padres. So I lost mine. Alex won his. Chris had the Grizzlies over the Warriors. Unfortunately, Chris lost his bet. David won his. He's been on Terry had the Sixers over the Magic. Marcellus had the Wizards over the Cavaliers, and Marcellus took triple double same parlay. He won his. Mike had the Knicks over the Hornets, money line, and Julius Randle scored 20 or more. He won his bet. So give up there on the standings. David's in first place, 3 and 5 record, 1,101.04 points. Michael's in second place, 11 and 8, 98.74 points. I fall down to third place, 9-10 record, 92.13 points. Chris, you fall out of the top 3. You're in fourth place, 10 and 9, 90.80 points. Marcellus is down to fifth place, 12 and 7 record, 67.9 points. And Alex, as always, reigning up the rear, 53.75 points, 9-10 record. So
can we just have elimination for the players and just cut Alex off because he has the worst record, hasn't won one out of his last 10.
All right. We're gonna make this very quick here since we are running so long time.
We keeping this on. We gonna do it. Everyone's gonna get their equal time.
Everyone's gonna do their bet, but we're just gonna make it quick. All right. So my bet, I had Stephen Curry over on the points against the Lakers. That's my bet. Stephen Curry over.
And this is the play-on game, right, buddy?
In the playing game, yeah, in the playing game. So Alex, go ahead, really quickly.
I'm gonna do Wizards money line.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, Chris, go ahead.
Going back with the Grizzlies. Grizzlies money line over the Spurs.
I like it. All right, David.
I'm doing a baseball bet. I'm doing Phillies over Marlins money line.
Okay, I don't hate it. In fact, I really like it.
Do Marcellus bet for him. I'm gonna do it too.
All right.
He
just say Wizards and Russell Westbrook triple double. All right, just say that. That's his favorite bet. Just go right back to it. Why not?
Wizards and Westbrook triple double money line.
Okay, good. All right, Michael. Go. All right, Michael. Last up. Go
Adam,
ahead.
you didn't tell me what's my rank, Adam. What's my rank, baby? I gotta bring the
heat
like
You're 10 and 8.
I'm 10 and 8. I'm second place. I'll take it. Ladies and gentlemen, for the play-in tournament, I'm Michael Joseph Cunningham. Will pick my Lakers over David's Warriors. And I'm going to pick a catch. LeBron with a double-double instead of triple-double. He's going to have 20 points or 10 assists. One or the other.
So he's gonna have a double-double, all right?
At least a double-double.
All right.
It'll be points and rebounds or points and assists. One or the other.
Okay.
And Anthony Davis is going to score 20 or 15 or more. AD is going to score 15 or more. And Drum, I'm going
They
to
They
go.
can't make this many things in a same
15
game
or more,
parlay.
that's
I'm
obvious.
going to make it 2-team parlay. LeBron and AD scoring 15 or more.
That's a given, and also not possible. I don't think to bet.
You could do it on FanDuel. A
We
lot of
gotta
people
say
do it on
something
FanDuel.
about Drummond because he should play 0 minutes.
I agree.
That was such.
Yo, I
Fine.
gotta say,
Lakers-
I think a Marcus Aldridge is more valuable to the Nets, like than Drummond's been for the Warriors. And guess what? Marcus Aldridge is retired.
I mean, I said they both were relevant, and
Well,
Okay,
mostly true.
Like,
Marcus
fine.
isn't relevant
More
because of
relevant.
his health scare.
Ladies,
ladies,
can we stop doing bra shopping? Thank you. I say Lakers money line over Warriors.
All
Sorry,
right, so
David.
Lakers money line over Warriors. All right, gotcha. All right, so
Asshole.
all
I
right,
couldn't do my Julius Randle bet because Adam would say I'll be cheating if I do the
They don't
Julius
play.
Randle.
I
20 or more.
would be cheating. It would be
They don't
unoriginal. There's a
play.
difference.
They don't play in this next stretch either. You can do that
Damn it.
next time.
Hey, Adam. See, I told you my fakes are original. So, hold up. By the way, I forgot to do this. Can you dig it?
Okay.
So I had to do my
Alright.
catchphrase. I had to do the thing.
All right. So that's it. This has been episode 20 of the Game On podcast. It's yours truly, Am Grassani, Michael Cunningham, Alex Reich, David Heller, Chris Kern, and Marcellus Murdock. If you like what you heard, leave a like, a follow, or subscribe to the podcast. Also, if you want to join the conversation, drop a comment or review, or we may feature it in a future episode. Remember, my friends, those who dreams is just fantasy. You can imagine a world, believe in it, and dive in. See you next time, and until then, stay lit.
And we're out.